and that now is no time to walk away.
We don't want just any agreement. We want the right agreement. Time and again, from the day that he took office, President Obama has been crystal clear that we must ensure that Iran does not acquire a nuclear weapon. Period.
Secretary Kerry says negotiations, or I should say negotiators, will meet again in December, but no word on where they will hold those negotiations. The Obama administration has slapped Iran with financial punishments in an attempt to rein in its nuclear program. U.S. and other Western nations say that they suspect the country is trying to build a nuclear weapon. But Iranian officials say the program is for peaceful purposes only, purposes including producing energy. Stuart Holliday is a former U.S. ambassador for special political affairs at the United Nations and joins us live now. Mr. Ambassador, thank you.
Afternoon.
I'd been hearing for a long time we're not going to extend this deadline. Well, now they're extending the deadline. What do you make of it?
Well, they're really trying to do two things. One of them is they're trying to reach an agreement, and they're obviously realize they're up against a clock with their domestic constituencies. The Republican, obviously, Senate coming in on the U.S. side and the hardliners on the Iranian side. There are two things that could be the case. One of them is that the Iranians are basically slow-rolling the West, and the other is that there are really technical issues related to the amount of uranium and the number of centrifuges that can be preserved in Iran that would be below the threshold we would accept.
We've certainly seen the Iranian slow roll, as you put it, the United States and the West on a number of issues over a number of decades. I guess the other is possible, but cynics don't think so.
You're exactly right. It's very prudent to be skeptical here, and that's why only a deal that would be fully verifiable would be one that we could accept. Otherwise, this looks like a raw deal for the West, and we shouldn't be too expedient about trying to get a deal simply to provide the context of an agreement without that verification in place.
Beyond inspections continuing and ongoing and impartial and the rest, what other sorts of things are necessary here so that we can make sure Iran is doing what it's supposed to be doing?
Well, they can't have enough uranium to build a bomb. The sunset clause in this deal right now, which is a 10-year horizon, so even the deal we're negotiating right now has a 10-year horizon. What happens next? And the other thing is really their ability to what they call breakout, which would be to convert what they say is civilian nuclear power production into bomb-making capability.
Is there any stopping them? I mean, there's plenty of bluster would say, we are not going to let you have it. But how do we stop them if they want it?
Well, I think it is an equation where you do need a certain, you do need a certain amount of this enriched uranium to produce a bomb. The Israelis of late, especially, most recently, have said that, they're not going to sit idly by and let this happen. But I think that, at the end of the day, they have proven that they will do things in secret. They've been preventing the IAEA from observing and investigating what they've been doing. So it's difficult, but it will take basically a sea change, and we're working on that sort of 10 to 20% chance of creating a deal.
They want their assets unfrozen to the tune of about $700 million per time period. If you start doing that, then you don't have any. There's a stick but no carrot, You
got to be really careful about giving away your leverage up front. Looking at this from the Iranian lens, though, they're trying to understand whether we're serious about this too. And the key would be to, have the kind of sanctions that absolutely do hurt and sting not be lifted until they are compliant with an agreement, if they are going to be at all.
Ambassador Stuart Holliday, nice to talk to you. Thank you.